Hello. Welcome. My name is Armand. Welcome to ArmandComdeyShow. First thing that we got to remember is that this mic here, sometimes I will be holding it like this in my hand, and sometimes I'll place it here as such, and so it's not in my hand, so that I can use my hand to show signs or, whatever. Okay, let's get started. I have some material that I want to share with you today. I have this paperclip note here. So, welcome to Armand Comday Show. This is the biggest channel in media where we're talking about porn, philosophy, pasta, and soccer. I've been playing soccer for a very long time. In fact, I just came home from soccer training. It was very nice. It was in Glendale because I live in California, which is the best state, in California, and we'll keep it like this. Yeah, it was a really good game. I played with some kids in Glendale. They don't know how to play. Nobody knows how to play soccer in the United States uh, because there is no school of soccer here. They're just running around. They push each other. They kick. They don't understand strategy. They don't understand that soccer is a team sport. Soccer is a team sport. You have to pass around, you have to move without the ball, and you cannot just run around like you're Messi. Even if you are, you cannot do that because there's 10 people. There's 10 people in your team, not one. There's 10. They're individual sports like tennis, chess, and then there's team sports like soccer, basketball, and in those team sports, you have to respect your teammates. Okay, so we talked about soccer. This goes back here. This was a little soccer preview for you. Next thing I want to talk about today, actually, the topic of today's show is America as the Third Reich. And you might ask yourself, or even me, what's the connection between me and the Third Reich? There is a connection. There is a connection because I'm from Ukraine, not UK. This was the girl. I was in a nightclub in Santa Monica, no, in West Hollywood, and it was a gay club, and it was really nice. Everybody's dancing, and this really beautiful girl, and I come up to her and I say, she was crazy. She was absolutely crazy. I said, "You're the most beautiful girl here," and she said, "Thank you." And she said, "I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm not a club girl." And I said, "So what girl are you? What kind of girl are you?" And she said, "I'm just a girl." And she was excruciatingly happy that I talked to her. But anyway, it was weird. And she asked me where I was from. Now I asked her, "Where are you from?" She said, "I'm from Brentwood in Los Angeles," which is weird. I cannot tell you why that's weird, but if you know why, then you know. And she said, where are you from? And I said, I'm from Ukraine, Ukraine, Ukraine. And she said, UK? That sounds like UK. And I said, no, Ukraine. Do you know where the war is? And she said, do you know where the war is? I said, and she said, oh, good job. She said, she said, she said, good job. And I say, good job. And I say, yeah, good for you. And I say, cool, America as a Third Reich. As we might know, depending on your level of education, Third Reich was in Germany. They were building it in Germany from 1930 to 1945. There was a Third Reich. And what's my connection to the Third Reich? Um, my I have a family in Ukraine. I have a family in Ukraine. Um, my grandfather was born in 1950, and um, his dad was in World War II. He was not doing anything really. He was like helping. He was helping the Russian army, the Soviet army. He was helping to maintain aircraft at airfields. He was a coward. I assume, because why was he not fighting? That was my great grandfather. He was just helping fix aircraft. I'll write that down. Fix aircraft. And his father, so my great grandfather was the most bravest person I know. It was amazing. I think I'm very proud of him. And he died. He died fighting. He died fighting the Third Reich. He died fighting the Third Reich, and that's why I want to talk about that, because I have spent some time trying to understand the Nazi Germany, the Third Reich. This goes back here. Um, I've spent some time studying about Third Reich, Nazi Germany, and what's crazy to me, no, that's not crazy. What's fascinating to me is that people in that country were objectively wrong. The things that they believed, the politics that they pursued, the crimes that they have closed their eyes, the, the crimes that they knew were happening, and their ambitions of Lebensraum, which is basically conquering all of us in Ukraine, Russia, whatever, to breed their whatever. There were crazy people. There were crazy ideology, absolutely outlandish. And the fact is, a lot of people have a lot of people have kind of supported that. And that makes you think, why? So I kind of was interested to understand why that was happening. And I realized that was a crazy propaganda machine. That was a crazy propaganda machine. It was grandeur, it was bravery, it was strength. Everywhere, the government buildings all around Germany, there were these red flags with the swastikas. They were all around. It was all encompassing. The regime was powerful. Just to tell you how powerful that political ideology was, when my friend Hitler died, when my comrade Hitler died, people people committed people committed suicide publicly on the streets, because that was like the end of their world. So that tells me that they were not just like keeping it low, not saying that they don't like it. They actually, the whole country went insane, and they all believed that that was the most righteous thing to do, what they were doing to everyone, including my great grandfather. And the guy who made that possible was the minister of propaganda in Nazi Germany, uh, my comrade Goebbels. I don't know. I don't care. Something like that. He was a very artistic person. He studied, he had a PhD in philosophy and media, whatever. He was very educated, very artistic guy. And he kind of created the whole machine of the Nazi Germany, the whole brainwash of the whole of the Third Reich was kind of created. The ideological leader was my comrade Hitler, but the guy who kind of was in charge of propaganda was my comrade friend Goebbels. Okay. And through the media, through the aggressive use of media and propaganda, they have created this state where everybody believed that they were right and nobody, and when that all have ended, they just committed suicide. A lot of people. That's how important. That's how much they believed in that craziness. And that's where it comes back to America as a Third Reich. Because living here for a few years, for 5 years, um, 5.5 years, I've realized that a lot of people here are brainwashed to the same extent. Okay. They are not brainwashed in the same ideas that, like, let's call everybody Untermenschen because we are superhuman. We're Ubermenschen, right? Let's not do that. People don't believe that here. But what people believe here doesn't matter. Actually, that's not the point of what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is the strength of brainwash that people have here, and I'm gonna dive into that sometime later, maybe in 2028 or whatever, when I get my passport. But the point of it is, there's a lot of things going on. Basically, what I'm trying to say, there's no people in the United States. There's very few people in the United States. A lot of people here they kind of look like people, but when you dig deeper, when you kind of interact with their persona, they're not really people. And that's what I want to say. That's my observation. That's my honest observation. And what I think is happening is something called consumerism. I can't fucking see. Consumerism serves as a grand religion of this sacred country that we love and cherish, and we don't have nothing better. But people here are brainwashed by consumerism. And I would definitely like to talk about that sometime later. But for today, this is all I wanted to say. We don't have much time. We have to get back to Azerbaijan, which is the country where we are the most popular. Azerbaijan. So this was the episode of ArmandComdeyShow, the biggest channel in media. Here we're talking about pornography, philosophy, pasta, and soccer. See you in the Third Reich. That was a joke. Actually, no, that was a joke. I think I cannot say those things. Even though it's a joke, it's a comedy show. Armand Comday. It's a comedy show. I don't think I can say those things. So see you on the soccer field. I hope a lot of people love soccer. I hope soccer grows more. Goodbye.